Back again with another action-packed edition of sports this morning, reaching you live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for joining in. My name is Austin Okon-Akpan. I keep saying it, action-packed world of sports. What's going down this morning in our world of sports? Let's talk sports now. We'll begin with table tennis. Yes, that bat and ball game has been giving us reasons to talk sports, and we're counting down to the ITTF World Tour tagged the Lagos Open. This good news, and that's because Nigeria's Aruna Quadri has been seeded a top player at the event. In a seeding released by the World Table Tennis Ruling Body, Quadri, who is ranked 32nd in the world rankings, is seeded number 1, while Egypt's Omar Assar, remember, is Quadri's arch rival, is seeded number 2, while Assar's compatriot Mohamed El Balai is number 3. And we'll also talk about that comprehensively on the show this morning. And let's leave table tennis now and talk football. Yes, football gives us so much reasons to talk sports, and it's all about the Flying Eagles. Yes, that team has been admirable, and everyone is waiting to see what Coach Manu Garba's team will do when the African Youth Championship kicks off in Dakar, Senegal. The Nigerian Football Federation has given them a very simple task. I say simple because they believe this team is good. They say, go and win the trophy. Yes, they believe the Flying Eagles can win the trophy, and they have charged them to go to Dakar and do so. Let's leave the Flying Eagles and talk about the senior men's national team, the Super Eagles. We're still waiting. The clock is ticking. Nobody is talking. It seems the Nigerian Football Federation will not go back on that 5 million naira contract they offered to former Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi. Sports fans, are we going to have another waiting game? That's the big question we're asking the Nigerian Football Federation this morning. What's going on? Who is the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Is Coach Stephen Keshi going to accept the contract? Will the Nigerian Football Federation actually give him the sort of contract that I would not refer to as slave contract? So much coming out of the senior men's national team this morning as regards the contract of Coach Stephen Keshi. We'll also talk about it on the show. And then the one I love talking about, yes, we talked about it, and it has come to pass, but let's get talking. And so many boxing fans are talking this morning as regards the fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Remember him? Oscar de la Hoya. He fought both fighters, and then he lost. But he believes that the Pac-Man, the Filipino, Manny Pacquiao, will defeat Floyd Mayweather on May the 2nd. I love it, and I know somebody, you remember yesterday was 50 Cent that says, guys, $1.6 million US. I believe Mayweather will smoke Pac-Man. Today, De La Hoya says Manny Pacquiao will beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. What are you talking about? We want you to also join the conversation as regards this fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Where are you putting your money? Boxing will give us reasons to talk sports on the show this morning. Now let's come back home. A lot of people have been talking about table tennis in Nigeria, but not a lot of people understand that table tennis resurgence in the country can be credited to just one man. His name is the late Molade Okoya Thomas. He has done so much for the sport in the country. The Asojuoba Table Tennis Championship is one of the oldest championships in this country, and Molade Okoya Thomas is the sole sponsor of that tournament. He's been sponsoring it for over 40 years. Now he's no more. He died at the age of 79, and a lot of tribute has been pouring in for this sports lover. Let's listen to what the governor of Lagos State, is Sundeji, and of course a member of the African Table Tennis Federation, had to say about the philanthropies. But in the words of Governor Babatunde Fashola, the man is an enviable, passionate sports person. We'll talk about it when we return. Stay.
That so often made him first choice.
He was great in life, and I dare say death. His living greatness was not by his stature, which was huge. It was in his uncountable noble deeds. He displayed greatness by his gentility and humility, which were most disarming. He was courteous almost to a fault. His respect for the old and young was not feigned, it was genuine. His love for people was deep, and sincere. He was a bridge builder by excellence. His generosity and philanthropy were deep and sometimes exceeded the limits of his deep pockets. But that was his passion. This man had dedicated 40 years of his life and personal resources to promoting sports and developing young people for Nigeria.
We in sports squad, particularly the table tennis community all over the world, mourn the death of Shubha Thomas. A powerful personality, his irresistible drive, and affection for sports in general, and table tennis in particular. Table tennis family says again, there should go about things. The man that in every interpretation of life is referred to as a simple person. The man that will not argue. The man will tell you the only thing he wants is for us in table tennis to achieve success. Believe in what we've seen tonight, Chief ended his life with success.
I should show our God, which he has sponsored for 46 years, should not stop. And I'm stating categorically that that championship, whatever may be, will continue to be sponsored.
That's it. The last speaker was Deji Okoya Thomas. He's the son of the late Molade Okoya Thomas. And another big task for Deji now is to ensure that the Asojoba Table Tennis Championship does not die, because it was a pet project of the late football sports lover, and would like to see that Deji continues in the stride of his father, retain that championship. It is the oldest tournament in this country. We cannot lose it. Molade Okoya Thomas, thank you so much for all you did for table tennis in Nigeria and sports in general. May your gentle soul rest in peace. So that's it. That's the show this morning. Welcome on board Sports This Morning on Channels Television. Let's take a look at all the exciting stories coming from your exciting world of sport. We told you, still talking about table tennis, that Nigeria's Okon-Akpan has been seeded #1 for the ITTF World Tour, tagged the Lagos Open. We're also asking questions as regards the contracts of Coach Stephen Keshi and the Nigeria Football Federation, talking about the job as the coach of the Super Eagles. And then the Flying Eagles, they're getting ready. They're in Dakar, Senegal already for the Africa Under-20 Youth Championship. The Nigeria Football Federation says, guys, your mission is simple. Go and win the trophy. That's the show this morning. If you want to be part of the show, yes, you can. On Twitter, we're channels_sports. And on Facebook, we're channels-sports. I told you yesterday that on this show, two table tennis fans, lovers, enthusiasts that has been following Okon-Akpan's career from last year till now, we win jerseys of the table tennis sensation. We'll fulfill that promise this morning on the program. So talk to us. Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. What are you talking about? Questions, comments, or suggestions? Keep them coming. I've got Tayo Salam in the building this morning. Tayo, good to have you on the show. Yeah, you didn't really make good use of my true passes yesterday. I want to give you some mad true passes this morning. I want you to score.
I don't agree with that, Austin. I don't agree. I thought I nailed it yesterday. I got a couple of goals.
I gave you about 5 and you took 2.
Yeah, that's not bad for someone just coming from a long time injury. Come on,
okay. That's E8 for you right
come
there.
on.
That's an F9. Okay, Tara, good to have you on the program.
Sure.
We're still talking about all of these going on in sports in the country, and we cannot ignore what's going on with Coach Stephen Keshi.
Obviously.
But let's put that on pause now. Talk about the Flying Eagles.
Yeah.
The NFF, they were straightforward. They said, go to Senegal, win the trophy.
Yeah, but it's not as easy as that, you know. But for me, it's obvious for me the target has to be qualifying for the World Cup in New Zealand, which will start in May. That's the main target for me. But then, in terms of winning the tournament itself, that's going to be a very difficult one. Although we have to say here now that the Flying Eagles look in good shape. A lot of Nigerians are excited about this team. A lot of them coming from the last set, the under-17 that won the World Cup.
Yeah.
So Nigerians actually believe that these guys have what it takes and they have the quality to go and win the tournament. For me, I'm not really looking at that. We're seeing pictures from the Super Six where they gave a good account of themselves. We've seen how they've developed over the last couple of years. So we'll see how it pans out, really. Like I said, it's all about qualifying for the World Cup, for the under-20 World Cup.
It's all about qualifying for that World Cup, but the Nigeria Football Federation, they also won the trophy. So they've said, guys, go win the trophy. I believe in this team. I like this team because they're beginning to give an assurance that Nigerian football can have a style. We're known to take the ball, go to the wings, make good use of it, and approaching forward gets it, and then we score. Not these days that we just play a long one, and if the striker is lucky, he just gets to it and all of that. So with what Coach Manu Garba is doing with this team, Tayo, we can, in a way, say the future is good for Nigeria.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case. And you just mentioned Coach Manu Garba. That's some sort of stability right there, coming from the under-17 side and still retaining quite a bulk of the team that played for him a couple of years ago. So hopefully this team goes to Senegal and does the country proud. But then we have to say they're in a very tough group. Very tough group. They'll be playing against Senegal, they'll be playing against Congo, and they'll be playing against Cote d'Ivoire. So their work's cut out.
And why I want to agree with you is because at this level, if you are good, you're not far away from the senior men's national team. So at this level, it's also competitive. Yeah,
definitely very competitive. So the guys appear to be ready to me. So hey, let them bring it on. Sunday, Nigeria will take on Senegal. It's very important to start with a win. You don't want to go into a tournament and lose the first game. When you do that, then the pressure mounts on you and it can really affect you for the rest of the tournament. So hopefully they get a good result against Senegal on Sunday.
That's it, guys. Bring it on. Want to see the action? That tournament will serve off on the 10th of this month. It's about just 5 more days to the kickoff of that championship in Dakar, Senegal. And we're waiting because we know that the Flying Eagles have the quality to not just win that trophy, but also qualify for the World Cup. So let's leave that for now until that tournament kicks off. And talk about the senior men's national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I'm super charged this morning because I know the Nigerian Football Federation and Coach Stephen Keshi, it's like they want to put us on another waiting game. Tayo, words coming out says the Nigerian Football Federation not looking back on that contract.
Just like I said yesterday, Austin, it looks like the NFF really they've made their own points already. They've given the contract, so I think the onus is on Keshi now to decide if he wants to take it or not. I don't think that should take forever. As a coach, as a professional, if you negotiate a contract and you feel it's not good enough for you, what do? You pass on it and you move on. So we're waiting for Keshi now to come out and just say, okay, I want more than what you're giving me, and if you can't give me what I want, then it's bye-bye. Then we know we're moving on and we know where we're going, and we know we start searching for another national team manager. Instead of all these uncertainties that has been surrounding the Super Eagles for a while now.
Coach Stephen Keshi was expecting a pay rise of 7 million naira monthly, but the Nigerian Football Federation says they are sticking to their 5 million naira offer. Just as Tayo said, if you don't want it, you come out and say, guys, your offer is not okay, I don't want it. Well, Robin Van Persie was playing for Arsenal. He thought he had given them everything. The money wasn't right. He packed his bags.
I moved on. That's especially now we're talking about sports and we're talking about football. That is big business now. You know, so you can't really afford to be hanging around while doing nothing. Really, he's not been doing anything for a while now. You know, so he really needs to get his act together and decide if he wants to take that contract or pass on it.
Nigerian Football Federation, Coach Stephen Keshi, for the sake of every football fan in this country that wants to see the Super Eagles shine again and play admirable football, this contract issue needs to be put to rest.